Hey, I just wanted to talk to you for a moment about a little more on AI. First, I just wanted to make what I think is an important point, and that is AI is a partner. You should definitely not expect it to do your work for you. What it can do if you partner with it and think of it truly as an assistant who is really smart but unreliable and just doesn't know as much about your students and you and your content as you do, but still super helpful. I think what you will find if you start to use it regularly is that it's going to cut your time 50%, maybe even as much as 80% on some things. And that mostly what you're going to use it for is you're going to ask it to give you a bunch of choices and then pick the best. So, like maybe you're going to have it give you a set of lesson plans, and then you're going to do that again, and then you're going to do that again. Because let's face it takes what, like 2 minutes to, if you've got prompts ready and you're just using similar ones. And then once you've got these series of lesson plans, combining the best from each, and then you're good to go. So I think you're going to be doing a lot of that. I also want you to do a lot of follow-up prompts where you're like, okay, I like this, but can you make it more engaging? Or I like this, but I don't, I need more information, more detail to actually do it. I like this over here, but can you provide me with a script? Can you give me that quiz that you're talking about? Can you create those Jeopardy questions? So push it to do a lot more than you had it do when in that introductory lesson that we did. So that's just a kind of a key point I wanted to make here. But I also wanted you to see a couple other things related to AI that we haven't really looked at yet that I just think would be helpful. So this first one, you're going to have to give me a moment to share my screen. And in this particular case, I'm using ChatGPT's 4.0 model. It's the much more powerful model. If you ever are using the free ChatGPT and up here you discover that it switches to uh, saying 3.5, stop using it. Just go away for a few hours and come back. It means that because you aren't paying for it, it's given you've used up all your time and it's switching you to a much poorer model. I pay for it $20 a month. And so I don't ever have to worry about that happening. That's the main thing you get from paying. Okay, but what I wanted to show you was this. I'm going to show you this prompt that I've written. This is about how could you use GPT to give your students feedback. All right, so here's what I wrote. My eighth graders did a reader's theater on the story Popularity by Adam Bagdarzian. Then asked them to respond to several questions. Please provide feedback on each of the students' work. I will upload the work one student at a time. After you provide feedback, ask me to input the next student's work. I will upload these as photos of their written work. These students are new to these types of questions, so focus on providing positive feedback and giving them suggestions for what they should keep doing in the future. Okay, I'm gonna stop there for a moment. If I had, I would use this prompt for students who were struggling or not really comfortable yet. I might change a little bit of this prompt for students who are just really like into it, and that one sentence would be different. I would say, these students have been doing a great job answering these kinds of questions. So please give them both positive feedback and some critique to help them grow. So with students who are a little more anxious, struggling, not good at this yet, focus on telling them what's working and what they should do more of. And for students who, once they're starting to really get the hang of it, start asking for both positive and negative feedback. Okay, so I'm going to pick up where I left off here. The questions I asked were, Question 4, what do you think is meant by the last line? And what in your own experience makes you agree or disagree with that? The last line is, and I did not trust one of them because I knew then that I was standing on sand and was only a yellow shirt and a pair of pants away from the oak trees where the two Allens were still looking for four-leaf clovers. And question 5, what are the characteristics that make this story good writing? Okay, so you can see up here, I've already attached a photo of a student's written answers, and let's see what kind of feedback it provides. And you may want to pause the video for a minute so you can see exactly what it says. And then you'll see it says, once you're ready, upload the next student's work. I really like this idea of using AI to provide student feedback. But here's the catch. If you do this, tell students that you did it. Say, this feedback is from AI, and here's my feedback. But I think what this allows you to do is you could spend a lot less time giving feedback, because if the AI has already mentioned something that you would have said anyway, then that's one less thing you would need to say, right? It could save you a lot of time. But I think it's unethical to pass off AI feedback as your own. But instead, if you said, this allows you to get twice as much feedback. And you could sometimes not put in something AI said if you disagreed, or you could say, I disagree with this feedback that the AI provided. Anyway, I just think that as long as you are upfront about what you're doing, that it kind of doubles the amount of feedback students are getting, and that's pretty great. All right, one other thing I want to show you. I want to show you a different type of AI. So this is an AI search engine. It is not good at generating things like the other AIs we've been looking at. It's not meant for generating things. It's meant for web searches. But what's different about this one is that normally when you do a Google search, it suggests websites. When you do a search using this engine called Perplexity, so I'm going to type in Perplexity AI, it's perplexity.ai. Instead of listing possible websites which may or may not meet your needs, it answers your question. So if what you're looking for is websites, use Google. If what you're looking for is an answer to something, use Perplexity. And not only is it going to answer your questions, but it's going to give you links to where it got those answers. So if you want to check its work, you can. All right, so what question do I want to ask Perplexity? I think I'm going to ask it, what are some of the best apps or websites for using AI to create PowerPoints? All right, let's see what it does. So you can see up here, it's telling me all its sources. And then it's giving me answers. Pretty cool, huh? All right, I think that's enough for now. I will see you later.